Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Collective Coffee. We're just we're just gonna talk about the current organizing that's happening online. So as you know, today's a full moon, by the way. In Cancer, put your shit under the moon. Anyway, um so because of the TikTok ban, yesterday like millions of Americans mobilized to go to an app called the Red Note or Red Book. And if you don't know, the Red Book is reference to Mao in his book of communism. So I want to give you a quick little U.S. history lesson, quick. What's Mao's last name? Chairman Mao. My Google Google searches are totally like, who's this girl? Anyway, Chairman Mao's communist. What's the book called? Is it just the Red Book? So anyway, millions of Americans have downloaded Red Note. I downloaded it, but I didn't get the security code in fast enough. So it told me I had to wait. So I'm still waiting to get in. But yeah, I'm totally down with this. But I want people, especially younger generation, I want you guys to understand how dope this is as like a movement, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know. But if you're like not, whatever. Okay, so Chairman Mao of the China Communist Party, okay, the one thing that capitalists are deathly afraid of is communism, socialism, all right? Now, in the United States, this was a period of time in the, the 40s and 50s. Okay, so that's directly after World War II, during and directly after. McCarthyism, okay, also known as the Second Red Scare. Oh, there was a first one, wasn't there? I think there was one before that. Anyway, it's known as McCarthyism. I'm pretty sure that's the president's name. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe he was just some dude. Anyway, according to Google, also known as the Second Red Scare, was the political repression and persecution of left-wing individuals and a campaign spreading fear of communist and Soviet influence in American institutions and the Soviet espionage of the United States during the late 1940s and 50s. So once again, the United States or these capitalists were afraid of everybody there because they know that class war is the only war, right? I think anyway. So so communism is this idea of fair and equal, right? I'm not really a communist. I'm more of an anarchist because I really like chaos. But I'm totally down with everyone having fair, okay? I just don't really like political organizations at all. So anyway, so the Red Scare is what this period of time. The Red Scare is a form of moral panic provoked by fear of the rise, supposed or real, of the left-wing ideologies in a society, especially communism and socialism. Okay, so the United States has long. So all these boomers who are in fucking office still, that's what they're claiming, that they're deleting TikTok or removing TikTok because of a security threat. Bullshit. It's because that billions of dollars have people have been able to entrepreneur, and the app itself has made the economy billions of dollars richer, right? So the government is competing against TikTok for control over labor, okay? Because if they don't have control over labor, it's communism, right? We've all been spreading each other's GoFundMes and helping each other with debt, and it's a fucking mess. They can't stand it. It's not cool. But these dinosaurs, Congress, have always used this ideology of against China. Now, the thing that I keep thinking about and how it's so interesting is because, like, here in America, anything you have has a made in China tag on it. So it's just this interesting concept of like, why would you tell me to hate something so much? Literally everything in my house comes from this country, right? So anyway, everyone has joined. There's been huge millions of waves. So this is organized. was organized yesterday. One person was like, hey, if you guys want the real Chinese TikTok, go to Red Note, right? Or Red Book. Now, that's in reference to Chairman Mao's, I used to have a copy of this. I didn't anymore. Baby Daddy's was really big on Chairman Mao. If you watch Across the Universe, Chairman Mao was really big in the civil rights era for like the hippies and the resistance against Vietnam. Okay. All right, let me see. Mao also served as chairman of the Chinese Communist Party from 1943 until his death, and the party's de facto leader from 1935. Maoism is a variety of Marxism and Leninism that Mao developed while trying to realize a socialist revolution in agriculture, pre-industrial society of the Republic of China, and later the People's Republic of China. Okay. What was Mao's goal in China? Mao ambitiously sought to increase in rural grain production and an increase in industrial activity. Okay. Mao is dismissive of technical experts and basic economic principles, which meant that the industrialization of the countryside would solely be dependent on the peasants. Okay, so the communists sought to make, like, level out that playing field. If you're an American, you know, the distribution of wealth is large, like in the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest part of the ocean. Okay, now we're gonna look up. So anyway, the Red Book has all of his, it's like a little red book. I'll show you. Mao's Little Red Book. It's like a little book of the Communist Party, okay? Oh, I remember. We were gonna look up, let's look up communism really quick. A political theory derived from Karl Marx. Okay, if you don't know about Marx, Marx was really anti-capital and worker-friendly, labor rights, okay? Marx was also problematic though, okay? Anyway, but advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned and each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs. See, I still feel like that's unfair, but whatever. Okay, so let's look up socialism. So this is what makes the dinosaurs in Congress shake. The principles. That's why it's so awesome. So anyway, Americans are being really well received by Chinese folks. It's all in Mandarin. There's like language lessons going on. So far the reviews of everybody are great. There have been a few creators from the Red Book or the Red Note being like, whoa, Americans, don't talk about religion over here. And so I don't want to be colonizing a Chinese app, so I'm ready to like join if it's a thing. But yeah, for the most part, everyone's been super great and welcoming. But again, one woman, the woman that did say like don't talk about your religion, she also said like, can you calm down on like the ask me anything questions, because a bunch of Americans are being like, I'm from here, ask me anything. And she's like, I don't have my normal feed. So that to me is like colonization of an app, right? So it's great to see, and also we need to be careful, right? Anyway, socialism is an economic and political philosophy encompassing diverse economic and social systems characterized by social ownership of the means of production. Social ownership of the means of production, which means we wouldn't have capitalists in these places. It would be kind of like the end of Fight Club. Where the people have the power, right? I do talk about Fight Club, whatever, okay? It describes the economic, political, and social theories and movements associated with the implementation of such system. Social ownership can take various forms, including public, community, collective, cooperative, or employee. So it's like unions and labor unions and stuff, right? That's why those have been like highly wiped out. And there's a big comeback of that here in the United States with Amazon. Starbucks folks are trying to, or successfully in some aspects, are successfully organizing unions, okay? Types of socialism vary based on the role of markets in the planning and resource allocation and the structural management of organizations. The only thing that I have, and this is just my opinion, the reason I don't like either of these and I'm more of an anarchist is because I don't really like the idea of work. not for money. That's why I'm an anarchist. I think people should be free, you know? I don't really feel like work is the central reason of being alive. Okay, let's look up Marx. So anyway, this is happening, and all of these are very important. Karl Marx was a German-born philosopher, political theorist, political economist, historian, sociologist, journalist, and revolutionary socialist. Karl Marx was a famous advocate for communism. Yeah. So let me look up anarchy quick, because I'm an anarchist. Anarchism. They always put an ism on something they don't like. Political theory advocating for the abolition of hierarchical government and the organization of society on a voluntary cooperative basis without recourse or force or compulsion. Yeah, I don't like hierarchy and or the need to work, right? So anyway, I hope this was helpful. The anarchy of everybody joining this app is making me absolutely so happy. I'm really proud to be alive at this time, but I just wanted everyone to have a grasp of how impactful this moment is for human history, especially here in the United States, because like I said, these dinosaurs have been very, very, very scared of this union that's happening right now. And it's a beautiful time to be alive and witness and participate in. So, all right, have a good one.